This is not seen on the screen. So actually, as this is the my topic is today's topic is cattle-based agriculture. Yeah, we know cattle-based agriculture, uh,
Mr. Satish, sorry to interrupt. Your presentation is now not visible.
not shared. Huh?
Yeah, it's not. I'm not able to see the presentation.
Now,
No, still not. You can stop sharing, then restart it.
okay. Or else I will send it to your mobile. Only one only you can share that.
I think might lose some time in that. You can try once because earlier you could do no. That's why I'm saying.
Okay.
You first stop sharing the screen and then restart it.
Now,
1 minute. No, I can't see. 1 second. Have you shared it? Yeah,
okay.
now I can see. Yeah, I can see now.
Yeah, ours is a cattle-based agriculture, and in India there are 28 states, and each state is having its own culture or tradition, whatever it may be. It's a different culture we are have. Along with that, the climatic conditions also differ from place to place. Our elders, as per the availability of the water, climatic conditions, soil conditions, structures, they framed a system that is cattle-based agriculture. Because this is purely it is depend upon cattle only. Our agriculture is depend upon cattle. As you seen in the picture, after by this time by this time after grazing, we'll place them like that in the field itself, not in the shed or in the open place only. We feel that like that. We tie them to a long rope in the evening, and in the next day morning at 6 o'clock we release them for grazing. After that, what we will do now? Simply we will shift that rope which was tied last night to 6 or 7 feet ahead, leaving the dung and urine straight away to the soil where the cattle kept all night. This is the regularly we do this in routine way. By that, every day they will sleep in a new place. By that, they are not getting affected with any bacteria. If any of the veterinarians are present in this, they will know very well about this mastitis in cattle. It is a global problem. Mastitis is a global problem. But in our system, while we are placing regularly in a new place, they are not so till today they are not affected with mastitis. Even if we talk about US, America, and some other countries, even they are hygienically maintaining the dairies, they are affected with 11% of the cattle they are losing with mastitis. One is that, and second, another global problem is weed. Applying weedicide is straight away causes cancer. Now it is a one of the cause to affect cancer in the human. In the system, while we are placing on the field and regularly we are shifting in a proper way, the urine is also distributed to the soil in a proper manner, and that urine acts as a uric acid and it uplifts the weed very naturally, very naturally. So if there is any leftover weed is there, our cattle will take care of and they will graze that weed. So there is no need of applying that weedicide in our farm. And third one is ours is a single crop pattern. We grow paddy maize, and coconut. There are different fields. No second crop will be grown in the same field. So paddy is the exclusive feed. We grow only single crop, that is the standing crop from June to November. From then onwards, we will put some seeds of our fodder. Until May, it will be the cattle are kept in that field for grazing as well as enriching the soil with the same system. And in the May, we will shift them to maize field because we put maize seed around October 20th to October 20th. So until then, it will be used as a grazing field. And after harvesting of maize also, the leftover stubble is also used as a cattle feed for 2 months. So likewise, the grass, now in India, we brought the system as a native cow in the forefront. We brought native cow in the forefront. Simply, we'll say that cow, which is having hump, it will make miracles. That's not so, because cattle might be it is a native cow or buffalo or a foreign cow, whatever the cattle it might be, they should be stress free. All time they should be stress free. If we keep them tied all the time, they will lose their sense and they will affect with parasites. For that parasites, we have to use ivermectin injection, and that injection will make the parasites die along with the bacteria available in the body of that cattle. Not only that, for 6 months, wherever the cattle drops the urine, and that urine within one diameter of soil, all the bacteria will get die because of the ivermectin. Wherever it drops dung to the soil in the diameter of 1 meter, bacteria will get die. This is the destruction of that ivermectin. So cattle should be stress free and they should not be tied all the time. And not only that, the grass which consumes by the cattle, it also matters. That should be nutritious. That should be nutritious. When it will become nutritious, when the cattle wanders in that particular place where these are grazing, they will drop the dung and urine, then only it will get nutritious in reverse osmosis mode. So, as I told you that we are growing paddy. If we talk about paddy as a single crop, at the time of milling, for 75 kgs of paddy, we are getting 62 kgs of rice. No brokens are observed in that. Whereas in another practices, they are not exceeding 47 kgs per 75 kgs of paddy. There is a difference of 15 kgs per bag. Per bag means per one bag of 75 kgs. That we treat that itself is the second crop without without puddling, without transformation, without seed, and without nothing. We are getting the amount from single crop, which in other practices they will achieve from 2 crops. Here, that is the main important thing which we observed, and we are doing that. Likewise, in maize also there is one magic is there. Actually, in our part, not in our part, in any part of India, they will grow 2 crops. Either in the first crop they will grow paddy, and as a second crop they will grow maize, or some other pulses in the first crop or maize. But in our field, what we do, we grow only single crop, maize as a single crop. We keep seed around October 20th. By that time, and October 20th, there will be no work for workers at all, and they will come at 7:30 in the morning and leave at 1:30 in the afternoon. Likewise, in the harvesting stage also, there will be no work for the workers, and they will come in the morning 7:30 and they will leave at 1:30. That if we grow two crops, in the if we take this maize as a second crop, the duration is from January to May first week. In the January, every harvesting will every crop harvesting of every crop will takes place, and there will be a burden on the workers. They will come at 8:30 and they leave at 11:30 or 12. Likewise, in the harvesting time, it will comes around April end or it is too hot. Likewise, then also they will come like that only. When we compare with that, number of workers at the time of sowing the seed and at the time of harvesting in our system, and number of workers in the other practices, and number of hours they work for us. If we calculate that, around 17,000 per acre is the, in rupees, 17,000 is the difference between this system and that system. And that 17,000 is itself is the second crop for us. Apart from our cattle, they are grazing from June to October, and after harvesting also they are growing. We have to calculate that also. And in the third one is coconut. In this coconut, we keep we change the pattern and we'll keep our cattle like this. We'll keep this like this, and the dung and urine is left to the straight out to the soil. Because of this system, you might heard about the Rugo spiraling whitefly, which is a threat to the coconut, and that Rugo spiraling whitefly is not observed in our farm. Just because of this system, just because as we are keeping our cattle in bottom of the tree. So that is also worldwide problem. So these are the major problems in the agriculture by which we are we are not we are also facing problem, but not that much extent, only 10 or 15%, and regaining is. And regarding milk, we leave total milk to the calves, and from day one they will be with their mother. So by that, they are getting conceived from 18 to 20 months. 18 to 20 months. It's not happening in India. In that period, no buffalo calves are conceiving in that particular age group. Because of that, we are getting more and more, we are growing more and more, group is increasing more. And as per the availability of female calves, we will sell the third calving calves. This is the rice harvesting of rice paddy is also in the natural way, in our traditional way.
Mr. Satish, are you changing the
And it is
slides?
a very important point that if our cattle wanders in our field, they drop the dung, and that dung, when decomposed, will absorb some holes in that, and whenever it rains, the water will goes through the holes and rest at 15 feet below the ground level, And whenever the plant needs water, that stored water through percolation and through vapor, and they will reach us the root of the system.
Mr. Satish? Hello? Hello?
This cattle-based agriculture needs very less water. It can be implemented where water is very less available. Hello?
Mr. Satish?
Hello?
Are you able to hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Mr. Satish, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Satish, are you able to hear me? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Very slight effect in our field, and as per the Coconut Board of India, they'll say that each tree will yield to 170 nuts per annum on an average, but we are crossing 270 to 80 nuts, even though in these days of affecting of white fly. And these are the advantages of this cattle. And one more important, this is, as I told you, they are conceiving at the age of 18 to 20 months, our buffaloes. But in nowhere in India, they are conceiving at that age, and their normal conceiving age is 32 to 40 months. By that, we are getting one more calf. As these buffaloes are growing very rapidly, we are possibly we are selling the bigger animals, and whatever the amount which we are incurring from that selling of that bigger cattle, that amount itself is enough to manage all the farm activities. This is the very underlining and very important thing. We have only 4 farm workers. In total, we have 16.5 coconut yard. In that, out of these 2 farm workers, there is yeah, in all 365 days, we never place not even we never hire a worker from outside to in that coconut yard. So there is no very less input cost, and we as when we talk about this shelf life of coconuts, we sell as a tender coconut. In the market, there is a what a brand that our coconuts will be kept for 3 or 4 more days rather than other practices. That is the advantage there in the market also. So and coconut garden is a single crop. As you know, it is a perennial crop, though we are not placing any other crop in that. Because of that, the purchaser of tender coconut They themselves they will bring their truck, and that truck will goes to each and every tree to collect the nuts. And whereas if we place another plantation like cocoa or some other plants in that, it is not possible to go inside with truck. We have to bring all the nuts outside. Because of that advantage, that truck, that purchaser is paying 2 rupees more rather than other farmers who are growing second crop in the coconut or some palm oil. If we calculate that 2 rupees more, and we, as I told you, that 170, as per the uh, Coconut Board of India, they are saying 170 nuts. If we calculate that 170 nuts, 170 nuts into 2 rupees more means we are getting 340 rupees more for each plant per year. Total plants in the total coconut trees in the acre means if we calculate as 50 trees, 50 into 350 rupees, that comes around 17,500. Without growing intercrop, we are getting that much amount. This is the logic and magic of our Indian traditional agriculture. If we grow more and more trees, as coconut, as you all know that coconut, any nut formation is with calcium. Coconut, it will takes more calcium, though there is already we are traveling back in the available form. Calcium is not available in the soil right now. Even though we are placing coconut, and if we place another cocoa or some other, they are also nut bearing trees. They will also take more calcium. The available form of calcium should be divided to all the other plants also. By that, we are naturally the output will comes down. This is the reason why we are growing only single crop pattern, and in this also single crop pattern everywhere in every it is a, if it is a paddy, if it is a maize, if it is a coconut, our cattle, our cattle is playing a major role in that. All these three crops. Crops is immaterial. Soil, enriching the soil is the most important. And now the virus has spread in the soil throughout India. And because of that virus, mirchi or tomato or all these are, they are facing a lot of problems. They are utilizing more and more of these pesticides for that. But in this system, in our system, this urine, because of this urine restrict that virus. This is the major observations and major advantages of this cattle-based agriculture. And if we take care of the cattle will take care of, in all aspects, it will take care of everything. And if we talk about this power, borewell irrigation, we have 7 bore wells. And while we are going for single crop pattern, we are not using water more, and as well as the power also. One way we can say that we are saving power and water for future generations. So, and what else? And this is the outer lines of our system and advantages of the system. Okay. If you need any clarification, then I will leave.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Satish, for the talk. Now I will take up some questions quickly. So, first question is, how does integrating cattle improve soil fertility over time?
Pardon?
How does integrating cattle improve soil fertility over time?
Within 3 months, you will observe the soil change in the soil now. if we place cattle like that in a new farm, we will observe that within 3 months the soil will get restricted. This one fertility.
Okay. And next question is, what is the role of cow dung and urine in natural soil enrichment?
Yeah, I have explained you now that yeah, uh, may, this is the different that using cow dung, collecting dung, urine, and say, putting in some drums and spraying. That is different, and this is different. This is straight away. This is dung and urine will be added to the soil.
Okay. And can you explain how cattle grazing supports soil microbial activity?
Mm. If we keep the cattle in the shed itself all the time, they will affect with parasites. For that parasites, we have to do one injection that we call it as ivermectin, that is 10 ml. If we do that injection, the definitely parasites will get die. Along with that, the bacteria which is stored in the body, that will also get die. Not only that, it will act for 6 months. Wherever the cow drops the what we call urine to the soil, in the 1 meter dia of that soil, the bacteria stored in that 1 meter dia, that will also will get die. Likewise with the dung also. They have to
Okay.
be stress free. While grazing, they have to be stress free. Then only the biological condition of the cattle, while might be the native cow or buffalo or foreign cow, the biological condition is main important, not focusing only Indian cow. It might be the Indian cow, it might be the foreign cow. The grazing system should be stress-free and the biological condition should be in a proper manner. Then only the bacteria will be active.
Okay. And is there a sustainable limit to cattle numbers per acre in mixed farming system?
Yeah. Actually, our stamina is maintaining 20 to 30. But if we keep more and more cattle, then it will become easier. If we have cattle, then our agriculture will become easier. But there is a misnomer that maintaining cattle is a very difficult. That is not correct at all. Misconception.
Okay. And how can small farmers balance fodder needs and cropping in cattle-based agriculture?
Yeah, I will explain you. One of the worker who is with us for 11 years, he is having 2 acres of land. He's 2 acres means he's a very small farmer, no?
Right.
He made into 4 pieces, 4 half acres, and in 1 half acre he's planted perennial fodder. In half acre, he is having 3 buffaloes. In half acre, he will keep that buffaloes. As I show you in the video, he also puts his buffalo in that half acre, and he grows paddy in that 1 acre only. And next year, what he will do now? Every 2 years he will rest. He will give rest for half acre. In that particular period, he will keep that 3 cattle in that half acre. By that, he is selling that whatever the produce is coming from the 1 acre, he is selling with the best price. And every year he is selling one buffalo for 1 lakh. This 1 lakh plus this 80,000, 1,80,000 he is getting from 1 acre of yield. I think, did you understand that, my point?
Yes, yes, yes.
If we do aggressive agriculture, it is not in a positive way. It will goes in a negative way.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
if we plant a tree, we have to give food regularly to that. If we have one buffalo or cow, it will eat the unwanted grass, which is unwanted for us. The grass will be eaten by that, and it will give milk, it will give urine, it will give dung, and at the same time, it will give one another birth to the calf. That is the difference between a tree and a buffalo. It will get multiplies, but tree will not get multiplies. It needs only input only.
Okay.
Whereas the buffalo takes input and gives us output also.
Okay.
Output in the form of milk and output in the form of urine, output in the form of dung, and output in the form of calf. 4 benefits are there with cattle.
Okay. Next question is, what are the key environmental benefits of cattle-based farming compared to chemical-based agriculture?
Environmental benefits. Yes. We all know such, we are all, our living beings are dependent on 5 elements. That is earth, soil, water, air, fire, and space. Out of these 3, soil, if we have cattle, there is no need of applying a chemical fertilizer to the soil. By that, soil remains Swachh. If soil is Swachh, the other water might be the river water or canal or borewell water, it will also remain Swachh. If these 2 are Swachh, the air which we breathe in, it will also remain Swachh. Out of 5 elements, 3 elements are managed by cattle. And moreover, if we have cattle, we'll use less number. I am failed to show you that video clearly. If these cattle is wandering in our field, wherever it drops the dung after decompose, the worms comes from 15 feet and they will make holes from bottom of 15 feet. Whenever it rains, the water will goes and rest at that 15 feet below the ground level. And whenever when we compare with other practices, suppose it is a maize, they are giving for water for 10 times. For us in our field, it is 6 or 7 times is enough. That 4 times giving water is merely waste in that. And for future generations, we are for four times water means we have to use power and water. Both are we are saving because of due to this cattle. This is all environmental, no?
Right. And how does cattle integration help in carbon sequestration or reducing methane emissions?
See, methane gases is a misnomer because while in India in olden days when we are growing more and more herds and more cattle population in India, then the European people they have said that because due to this cattle the greenhouse gases will arise. Now they themselves they are grazing and they are growing hundreds and hundreds of cattle. But what happened to the now? There is no question of greenhouse gas when they grows the cattle. Now this regenerative agriculture means nothing but keeping this cattle more and more. All the European countries are doing this.
Okay. And yeah. How does milk and dung from native breeds support rural nutrition and livelihoods?
Nutrition is not from the breed of the cattle. Nutrition values has to transfer from soil to grass and grass to the cattle. Again, the nutrition value has to develop in the soil means the cattle dung will help the nutrition values improve the soil. It is cattle and soil, they'll goes hand in hand. It is a what we cyclic order.
Okay. And what are the health benefits of consuming dairy products from desi cattle?
Again, I'm strongly telling you that it is not desi, it is not buffalo, it is not foreign cow. It depends upon the grazing of stress-free grazing and the grass which comes out of this nutritious grass should be comes out of that soil. That only the difference, not because of that breed, it doesn't matter.
Okay. And what are few low-cost ways to start cattle-based farming on a small plot?
This system is very, very, very easier. No manpower need, no water need, no power need. Only single crop, single crop, double income. That is the magic. I'm telling you, I have used that word magic, 3 or 4 times. Once if you come inside only, then you will come to know how it works.
Okay. And how important is breed selection for integrating cattle into regenerative farming?
Breed is not criteria. Any breed you can use with any breed you can implement this. But once if they want to start newly, they have to start with calves. By that, the calves will get accustomed to the climatic conditions and the system.
Okay.
Calves means we'll get at the price of 7,000 or 8,000, a very minimalized price. By the next year, they will goes to the price of 15,000, and the third year they will goes to 60, 70,000. Year by year, it will body increase, the price also will get increase. Whereas if you plant a tree, it will go on increasing. We have to input cost will more. That is the difference of cattle and crop.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay, I don't see any more questions. So before that, can you try to share the video once again,
Done.
whether it is working now? You can share the screen and try to share it.
Okay. Once I will go back.
Yeah.
Yes, now share. Is visible?
Yeah, now it is visible.
Yeah, see how water will goes inside that through holes when it rains. And now he is the Vice Chancellor of Jammu University. See, water will goes through that holes inside now.
You can zoom it little if possible. Can you zoom it?
I don't have that much, what you call,
Technical.
technique
Okay.
now. I will send you again. I will send you through to your mobile. And backside, you will see these are buffaloes.
Hmm.
It is now it is very, yeah, it is very clear, I think, no?
Yeah, now it is clear.
Yes, see how the water is going into the holes. See, it is the mid time in the afternoon in the midfield. Is visible.
Yeah.
See the earthworms. Everybody says that under the tree. We have earthworms in our farm under the tree. Not the see, it is midsummer. Around the time is, you can assume that time is around 12 o'clock, I think. These are all earthworms.
Okay.
Yes. They should be stress-free while grazing. From day one, they will be with their mother. Here, paddy straw is here. Whatever they want, they can have.
Why for small calves, why their mouth is closed?
Soil will goes inside. No?
Okay.
For 10-15 days, we have to keep like that, and after that, we will release that.
Okay.
See, only one man who is managing all these. All together, we have 37 at the time. He's the only person. They will go nowhere. They will go. So very simple, very easier. And this is the shifting of the rope.
Okay.
Rope will be shifted to 6 or 7 feet and changing the place. Regularly, they will sleep in a new place. No manpower is need to collect the dung. Dung is left to the soil straight away. Urine is applied very properly. The urine will be distributed. So no manpower is need.
Okay.
Is it visible?
1 second. No, now not. It's not visible.
See, the place is changed.
The video is not visible
Hello?
now.
Hello?
Hello?
What happened? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, enough.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, Mr. Satish. So now we have come to end of question round. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we'd like to thank you for
Thank you.
the talk and answering all the questions and sharing the interesting videos. So
Yes.
we'll be ending this meeting now. Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.